Poetry is basically an art form. Appeared for a long time in the cultures of the world. The poetry. It was created by my father in the past. I know how to put words together into rhymes. It makes it easier to remember information. The information in a poem. It's often drawn from people's life experiences. Poetry is passed from generation to generation, from life to life. It's like a code to keep information. But it's easier to hear and easier to remember. When you think of poetry, people will think right to the poets of Vietnam or the poets of China. I don't understand poetry, and I don't like poetry very much because it doesn't suit me. But a few days ago, when I'm surfing Facebook, I came across a post with a title, Tomino's Cursed Poem. At first I was half suspicious, because a poem can kill. And also out of curiosity, I decided to go to Google, find out what that poem is. Tomino Sell the Hell of Tomino is the name of that poem. Written by Yomota and Yuhiko Ina. The heart is like a rolling stone. The heart is like a rolling stone. It was included in Seizo Yasuo's 27th poetry collection in 1919. According to Japanese legend, if the AI reads aloud, this poem will die or get sick. Just read it in your head. Until now, there is still one who knows the origin of the transmission. Where did this theory come from? Only know that if the AI reads aloud, will suffer the tragedies that the poem brings. Watch is a commercial radio station. Broadcast in Sydney, for those who listen to news and events. But I like the classic. And this poem was very famous up there. It's so popular that a lot of people have made videos. Read this poem again. Of course, read the translated version. As evidence and post it to CH. There are many individuals who think there's nothing going on when I read this poem out loud. But there are still some people who say they're haunted when I read this poem. Or more terrifying, some people think their friends are dead. That's us. If there is a father on the internet, Tomino Pig is one. A famous poem in Japan. And you should just read this poem in your head. Never read aloud and read aloud. According to legend, this is normal. I told you what I'm afraid of. Oh, it's probably nothing. I didn't know you translated it into another language. It has no effect on the curse, or not because of the original word. The origin of this poem is from Japan. Tomino spits blood, sister spits blood. Tomino spits bullets. Tomino hell darkness Hannah also cries. Tomino's sister or ignorance gestures to hid in ignorance. If you have read it, you will see, the poem is about Tomino's death. And sent to hell. It starts with two words, sister and sister, but the gender of the Tomino hasn't been determined, because some say male and some say female. So in this video, I'm going to consider this character a woman, after those two words. These are the lines that describe the way to hell, or trying to get out of Tomino's hell. She's crossed 7 mountains and a forest, to the last level of hell. The meaning of this poem is shared by many forums, discussed but most popular. It's still the story. The sister and sister who lost their souls and sent to hell. My sister encouraged me to find my soul by spraying his own blood raw. Tomino also encouraged himself by spraying fire. In the poem, Tomino said that, my brother and I are naive and innocent. But why is it filled with hell? She was crying for her sister. I've been through 7 valleys of hell, and get to the 8th floor. The deeper down, the more she realizes the pain of you and me. Out, there is a given based on the meaning of the poem as follows. The one who suffers is not Tomino. It's Tomino's brother. It's like suggesting your brother's death in combat. Painting while my sister is still alive. Sheep and painted birds CA mentioned in the poem. It is the symbol of the two sisters. Dominoes and some other theories. I can't say that because it has to do with religion. Maybe it's the darkness of the poem. That made people create that curse. We go full ahead, put your backs into it. Got everything I need right here with me. I figure life's a gift, and I don't intend on wasting it. Same as everybody else, you are no different, you're boys. Different? Are you stupid or something? Mama says stupid is as stupid does. I'm Jenny, I'm Forrest. Forrest girl, you say I'm Carolyn and give me justice. You come into my house and you ask me to the murder. I ask you for justice, that is not justice. In 1974, there was a movie called Today in the countryside, filmed by the director, Terayama Tsuji, who was inspired by the poem Tomino Cell to make this movie. When the director died, people think that the reason he died was because of the curse of the poem. There's also a rumor about a dead college girl. Don't read the poem aloud, but about the death of this girl, there is no body. In fact, the director is dead. But is it the curse of the poem? I found a user named Marco de Morai. He said he read the Domino poem, Cell, in Spanish, English, and Japanese, and they've been haunted 3 times, but they're lucky to escape. He even described the dream of seeing Domino in there, and according to what he said, the Domino character, this is a man. He has short, pale black hair. I also remember that there was something strange about his eyes, and he's an Asian of a similar age. I'm Marco de Morai. Also said that I went for a walk with Tomino, and he told me the whole story in the poem. And the meaning of Rasao, he didn't mention it. I only know one thing, when he woke up, he was in a bad mood. And I wish for the curse of this poem to end. Although people have been reading this poem out loud since 1919, but until 2004, there are rumors about the curse. Yomota is also mentioned in the poem. Anyone who reads the poem will die. In fact, the Terayama director said above. He died 9 years after his film was completed, and the schoolgirl, Kia University, probably just made it up to add hauntiness to the story. The author of Tomino Cell died 51 years later. And I'm sure of one thing, I have read this poem no less than 10 times. And if this curse is real, I don't think it's author biased. As far as I can see, the curse, is the poem deadly or not? It's because of the perceptions of people who have read the poem. People who killed themselves because of the poem. Maybe you've been through something sad, then I accidentally read the poem, and listen to the temptation in the poem. It led to suicide. Because this is my first time recording a video, there will be a lot of mistakes. So everyone, please comment at the bottom and help us improve our videos. Coming soon, hello and see you later.